I'm not sure if you guys heard, but Pokemon is making a comeback and it's more lucrative than ever. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Ryan Pineda Show. We talk all things money, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And in today's video, as I said, we're gonna be talking Pokemon. I've got my little Pikachu over here. For those of you who can't see, I'm actually, whoops, just hurt Michael Jordan. And like many kids of the 90s, I was very into Pokemon. I had all the trading cards, including Charizard. I had the video games where we caught them all. I had all the Game Boy games. I even had Pokemon Snap on Nintendo 64. Big Pokemon nerd. And eventually I stopped doing it, you know, when I grew up. But apparently it is really cool again and more lucrative than ever. And much of that is due to YouTube. And more importantly, Logan Paul. And I've actually made a video on Logan Paul and his Maverick Club, you can find in the description below, but I actually think Logan Paul is one of the smartest YouTubers on the platform. And he might be the smartest, and I'm not kidding. Recently, Logan Paul has done a couple of videos bringing massive attention to the Pokemon franchise. The first thing he did was pay $200,000 for a first edition box of Pokemon cards. Each box has 36 packs and you're guaranteed 12 hologram cards. If you're still with me, you're probably like, okay, so what? Why would he pay $200,000? This is where Logan gets really smart. With the box of cards, he decided to sell each pack individually. So he sold all the packs except for one, which he kept for himself, for $11,111. So if you do the math, he made $388,885 on the packs. So he's already $200,000 ahead just selling the packs. And you might be asking, why would anybody pay him that much for one pack? Well, because he's gonna open them live on air and shout you out. And I'll tell you what, if I knew that he was doing that, I would have bought a pack. Many other YouTubers bought packs from him, and the reality is, you're gonna get a shout out. If you're a YouTuber like myself, you're gonna help get you some more subscribers, gonna open you up to a different demographic. It might help build a relationship with a guy like Logan that could lead to other bigger opportunities. But even from an investment perspective, if you pull the right card, you can make way more than $11,000. And if you don't believe me, check this out. After that live stream, Logan Paul bought a Charizard for $150,000 right here in Las Vegas where I'm at. And immediately after, the rapper Logic paid $220,000 for the same type of Charizard. So, there is stupid money being thrown around in Pokemon right now. So between potentially making a lot more than your investment, between getting the marketing exposure, it would have been a great investment for someone like me. I'm kind of bummed out I didn't get to do it. But the other smart part of what Logan did was not just flipping the packs, he also got all the exposure on his YouTube channel. I don't know how much he made in AdSense revenue, but he definitely made a lot from all the other things going on that marketing exposure provided. And lastly, he even threw in a charity as part of the event. So all the way around, it was a huge win. The charity made money, Logan Paul made money, his channel got more exposure, people who bought the packs got exposure, and some people pulled really good cards and made a lot more than the $11,000 that they spent. So we know Logan made a smart decision, but you're probably wondering, what's up with this Pokemon thing? Is it something I should get into? Is it a good investment? What am I even looking for? Well, that remains to be seen. Now that it is so mainstream with what Logan's doing and all these other people are buying cards, there was even a rumor I saw that Steve Aoki was buying cards. Video of Logan buying the Charizard for $150,000, the card owner said that Justin Bieber and many other celebrities have contacted him about buying the cards. So it's already a big fad on social media. And if you've been following guys like Gary Vee for a while, you know that the sports card scene has been exploding. In the last few years, sports cards have gone up in value like crazy. And so it makes sense that Pokemon would also do the same. All these people on social media now have nostalgia with Pokemon. Not that many people were collecting sports cards when they were kids. Even myself as a baseball player, it's not like I had a ton of sports cards. I had a lot more interest in Pokemon than I did sports cards. And so now all the kids of that generation are adults, they have money, and so I honestly don't see Pokemon cards going anywhere. And I think you should consider it a true asset class. The reason that you buy a stock today is because you think it's gonna be worth more down the road. Same reason applies to Pokemon. Real estate is the same way with appreciation, but you also get the benefit of possible cash flow. But now that Pokemon is so mainstream, is it in a bubble? That's the question. Well, I can tell you, just since Logan released his video, the cost of cards have gone up dramatically. That same $200,000 box will now cost Logan a lot more, because anyone else with that box knows exactly what he's gonna do. They know how valuable it is to Logan, and so they wanna sell it for what Logan sold it for. When in reality, it shouldn't be like that, because Logan had a very unique circumstance in which he could capitalize on it. because he's giving value with marketing as well, not just selling you a card. But those boxes are gonna be in demand, they're gonna be worth a lot more. Other creators can do the same exact thing, and so people are gonna be scouring for those boxes. What Logan should have did, if he really believed in this plan, was buy up all the boxes he could before he did this. Imagine if he would have bought up 5 boxes, 10 boxes. He would have been able to control the whole market and then do this as much as he wanted. It's not like he had to open all the boxes at once. He could do it as a once a month thing, once a quarter thing, who knows? Or maybe he sits on the boxes and keeps them as an investment. I can tell you, just the joy of opening up a pack of cards is extremely rewarding. You have no idea what you're gonna get. There's such great mystery. And the fact that you know there could be a possible $200,000 Charizard is enough to make people wanna buy. But even the other cards have a lot of value. There are some cards that sell for $50,000 that aren't a Charizard. So it's not like you're just hanging on hoping for one card. So I think you're gonna see more YouTubers, more creators, more influencers get into this niche because we grew up in the era. And I can tell you, for me, I'm gonna be looking for my old cards. I know they're hidden in my parents' house somewhere. And I don't remember if I had first editions or not, but if I did, they might be worth something. And I got everyone in my office looking for their old cards too. Another thing that could help prices stay high and potentially appreciate is the fact that Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise of all time. I was not aware of this, but they've had over $100 billion in sales. That's insane. And it's especially insane because it's not that old of a franchise. It's only about 25 years old. The next highest grossing is Hello Kitty, which is from 1974. They had 86 billion. Then you have Winnie the Pooh from 1924. That's almost 100 years old, and they've only made 76 billion. So think about that. Winnie the Pooh has been around for almost 100 years, has Disney backing it, and they have made less than Pokemon. Same thing with Mickey Mouse, almost 100 years old, 74 billion. So you get the point. Pokemon is much bigger than you think. It's an international brand. There are multiple ways that they monetize it, with the video games, with the trading cards, with the shirts, the merchandise, the toys, you name it, they've monetized it. And that is truly an amazing franchise that is very young and very profitable. And even recently, they've tried to innovate with the Pokemon Go app. It may seem like that was a fad, but let me tell you, augmented reality is coming. And if you can walk around outside and there are Pokemon just chilling on the sidewalk, you can believe that people are gonna start getting back into it. So expect that if Pokemon Go makes another big run, that's only gonna increase Pokemon's exposure and thus increase the value of the cards. So overall, just so everyone's aware, Pokemon is making a huge comeback. Logan Paul is still very smart. There are alternative investments to real estate and stocks. Trading cards are becoming a legit asset class. And you might wanna go back to your parents' house and see if you got all your old Pokemon cards. They might be worth a lot of money. And if you do have any Pokemon cards or you got any other insight into this, definitely comment below. I'd love to hear more. I'd love to learn the genre. I've found myself watching a lot more Pokemon videos on YouTube. I'm learning about how they grade cards, the centering, the corners, the print lines, the shadowless set, the gray stamps. I'm learning the lingo because I might be interested in buying some cards as an investment. So if you're into collecting Pokemon cards and you know a lot of stuff, I'd love to hear about you in the comments below, what your experience is, what you think is gonna happen to the cards, what you think is gonna happen to the franchise. I think it's fascinating. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. Do me a big favor, go hit that like button if you haven't already. Go hit the subscribe button. Go follow me on all the socials. And until next time, take care.